Walmart's merchandise has been flying off the shelves lately, but not in a good way, as CEO Doug MacMillan revealed in an interview with CNBC. As a result of an unprecedented increase in shoplifting at its doors, the retail giant may soon be forced to raise prices once more in close dozens of locations. Even though the executive preferred not to identify which stores were particularly affected by the issue, he noted that soft local policies have contributed to the search for these types of offenses, and that the lenient approach needed to be changed. MacMillan stressed that theft has become a major problem for the chain in recent months. The rapid increase in cases is hurting the company's profit margins and causing distressing inventory losses. In this video, we will talk about Walmart CEO makes heartbreaking statement that will affect millions of shoppers. But before that, please like, subscribe, and click the bell button for the latest economic updates. Now let's get started. This week, the Daily Mail reported that Los Angeles Walmarts are now locking up the majority of their inventory in order to stop new thefts. Consumer posts on social media indicate that several stores previously employed the same strategy. One of the most shocking incidents was caught on camera by a Florida resident named Michael from Holt. In her 12-second TikTok video, the Walmart customer revealed that the company had started locking up expensive steaks in metal cages to acknowledge the rise in crime rates nationwide. The footage showed a person holding a package of ribeye steaks priced at $20.83. However, the packaging is enclosed and chained up with a wired covering and an electronic security lock to prevent it from being stolen. The video went viral on the platform, receiving 4.3 million views in just 4 days. You've got to be kidding me. Walmart now has the steak locked up, and the customer says in the video that it's getting bad now, guys. Some users noted that this seemed like a rather dramatic attempt to prevent retail theft. Others, however, were not surprised or against the unusual measure they have taken, according to someone who wrote, "What else can they do? People today will steal the eyes out of your head and come back for the holes these days, and I'm sorry to say it'll only get worse as inflation and food prices rise." Another TikToker stated that due to a significant decline in our domestic beef cattle hunt, meat prices could increase by another 40% to 50% in 2023. Meat prices have increased by over 20% in the past year. According to a New York Post article on Target, a man was allegedly seen leaving a different Walmart store in Florida with nearly 10 packs of meat at the same time, just days before that video was posted on TikTok. Just 1 month ago, a man was caught on camera stealing soda cans from a Walmart location in New York City, according to the chief financial officer of one of Walmart's main rivals. Target also disclosed that shoplifting at its locations had increased more than 50% year over year, resulting in losses of more than $600 million in 2022 alone. Bloomberg estimated in 2016 that the superstore chain loses about $7 billion a year due to shoplifting, which represents about 2.5% of its annual profits across all retail brands, despite Walmart executives being notoriously secretive about how much of a problem it is for the company. According to the National Retail Federation's 2022 security survey, the average rate of profit loss caused by retail theft is 1.4%, which means that Walmart's losses are almost 2 times higher than the industry average. In 2021, retailers lost a combined $94.5 billion due to shrinkage, with Walmart accounting for roughly 7.4% of that loss on its own. In his most recent earnings report, which was released on October 31st, MacMillan acknowledged that theft is a problem and that it is higher than it has historically been. He claimed that the company has been forced to implement new safety measures at various locations, and to work with local law enforcement to address the growing problem. In addition, the chain reported an operating income of $2.7 billion in the most recent quarter, down 53% from $5.8 billion in the same period of 2021, which represents a 15.36% loss in net income to $28.7 billion. The retail behemoth then reported a 32% increase in inventory in the second quarter. While the company claims that inventory overstocks have decreased by 12% from the second quarter, and are currently 20% higher than a year ago levels. It's important to emphasize that Walmart's inventories have increased by 20% over a year ago levels. Stall-level employees told Business Insider horror stories from their back rooms, including a myriad of pallets that made floors unwalkable, towering boxes that blocked access to private breastfeeding rooms and bathrooms, and outdoor trailers staffed with overstock. Since organized retail offenses have increased by 26.5% over the past year, it is possible that a significant portion of that decrease was brought on by these rising cases of organized robbery. Organized retail offenses are an industry-wide issue that is frequently caused by a sizable network of offenders. Since the economy is slowing and Target's sales in many categories continue to fall short of expectations, as explained by Target CFO Michael Fedelk in November, this inventory shrinkage may do more harm than good for the retail titan. Walmart, on the other hand, has a reputation for having low prices. We recently learned that this isn't always the case. As we previously reported, since 2020, overall grocery prices have increased by more than 20% at Walmart stores, with some products seeing price increases of more than 100%. These increases were partially caused by rising costs that food manufacturers passed on to consumers, and those consumers have been feeling the pinch to the fullest. According to a recent CNBC survey, 80% of consumers say inflation makes them worry about the future, while 45% say that having trouble paying their bills has negatively impacted their financial outlook. Millions of shoppers who are feeling the pinch from rising consumer prices are finding Walmart to be too expensive. With inflation at a 40-year high, consumers are more aware of the rising cost of food and fuel, and they've been spending less overall, according to Joe Biswalis, chief economist for financial data company Bloomberg. The CEO of the company noted in a recent call that Walmart's consumer is shifting downward. More pressure than anticipated was put on the margin mix and operating costs due to U.S. inflation, particularly in the food and fuel sectors, according to MacMillan. Middle-class families, lower-class families, and even wealthier families become more price-sensitive during periods of inflation like this. But believe it or not, the finances of the world's largest retailer are also being squeezed, so the company is pleading with suppliers not to raise prices and asking for discounts. The Wall Street Journal reports that competitors like Target and Amazon are using a similar strategy. They have all been canceling orders and looking for new ways to reduce costs, but with food prices rapidly rising everywhere and major chains dealing with unprecedented levels of theft, Walmart may need to raise prices further to stabilize margins in 2023, according to Philip Nelson, client partner. Following significant losses in slash and grab robberies, several chains have already been forced to close some of their locations. Additionally, Walmart is attempting to concentrate more on its online business. Amazon continues to outsell the chain's online sales, which appears to be a growing concern for its executives, as evidenced by the closure of some of the chain's physical stores. Walmart can shift resources to its online business in an effort to catch up with rivals. Despite the fact that it has been able to grow its business over the past few decades, Walmart's online presence hasn't always been on par with the times. And now that shopping has really moved online, the retailer's problems are more apparent. So, what's your takeaway from this video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you found this video thrilling, make sure to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update from us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next one. Until then, peace.